Hello, everyone. I have uploaded this video, but apparently I had no sound. So now I'm going to redo it for you. In the first video that you watched, we did just the coordinate plane, identifying the four quadrants, the y-axis, the x-axis, and where the origin is. We did not number the y-axis or the x-axis, so we're going to do that now in this one. And then we're going to be able to identify the ordered pair of a point, and we are going to be able to plot based on the ordered pair. So first thing that we're going to do, we're going to set up that coordinate grid again. Here we are. I'm going to do my y-axis first, just to get you all really good with knowing your x and your y. And just remember, I remember that this is y. Ooh, it's blurry. Fix that. There we go. The y, because it goes straight down. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and put our x-axis on. Remember, all I'm using is just an envelope. We need to be at that halfway mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that it? I'll put that dot there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, it's going to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. So I need to have 6 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. That's going to be my x-axis. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like to keep things nice and even. And then I'm going to line this up again, making sure I have 6 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. All right. That's all I need. I'm going to go ahead and draw that. I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to do my marks. And if you remember from the last video, these marks I got from following the lines, and that just gives me instant graph paper pretty much. And then I'm going to draw my lines here. And then I'm going to start to number. I'm going to go ahead and number my positives first. Got blurry again. There it goes. I'm going to go ahead and number my positives first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, this is our 0. And when we move to the right on a number line, it is positives. When we move to the left, it's negatives. We'll work on negatives second. And this is a horizontal number line, also known as the y-axis. And we're going to number those with positive numbers because this is above 0. This is like above sea level, as we did in our class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And up there's our 6. Now we're going to go over here doing the same thing. -1. We're going to do the opposite. Remember, 1 is 1 unit away from 0. That's its absolute value. If you move 1 unit the other way, you have the opposite of 1, which is -1. And that is going to have also an absolute value of 1. Then we're going to go -2, -3, -4. Again, it's the opposite of 4. -5, -6. 1 unit away, 1 unit away. 3 units away, 3 units away. This is moving to the left. Left is lower. Remember, this is our x axis in case you need that. All right, then we're going to do the same thing on our y-axis, doing the opposites. Opposite of 1 is -1. Opposite of 2 is -2. Opposite of 3 is -3. Opposite of 4 is -4. Opposite of 5 is -5. And then -6. Remember, all of these are 1 unit from 0, 2 units from 0. So they have an absolute value of 1, 2, 3. You drop that negative. Now we need to come up with some points to plot. I kind of came up with some plots to point with my last class. So I'm going to go ahead and just use those again. You're going to want to write this down. Remember, this is being counted for credit. You're going to get 10 points, 5 points for this, 5 points for this. pause the video as you need to. So I want to make sure that I get a point in each quadrant. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to make sure that I get one on the x-axis and the y-axis. And we're going to kind of go flip-flopping back and forth between ones where we are graphing it, and then ones where we have ones where we're pulling the coordinates, and ones where we are plotting based on the coordinates. So I'm just going to kind of come down here. Remember our rules that we said up here. Coordinate 1 is going to be a positive. So we're just going to pick two numbers. Coordinate 2 is negative positive. So we'll just go -4, 2. That's a weird looking 2. Then we're going to go to quadrant 3. It needs to be a negative. So we'll just pick some numbers. And then the other ones, we're going to leave those as it is, and then we will graph those. So let's start first with having the coordinate pair and needing to plot those. When you have the coordinate pair, you're going to go over 2, up 3. Okay. Now this does not have a number or a letter, so you would have to actually write that up there. So I'm just going to make it easier, and I'm going to go A, B, C, D, E, F. I'll make it easier. It actually should be on the other side, but that's okay. Make and do here. Last minute thing. So here we are with A. Okay. Now we're going to come over here. We need to do -4. Remember, these coordinates go X, Y. This is so important to always remember. So we're going to go -4 on the X and then up 2 on the Y. Then we're going to label that one B. Now we're going to come to quadrant or Q3, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go -1. That's where it goes on the X. And now we need to go down. Where does that fall on the Y? And it's right there at -4. And we are going to label that one C. So far we have graphed A, B, and C. Now we're going to do it where I'm going to put the dots, and then we are going to say what the quadrants are. All right, and then you're going to do one on your own. So now we're going to do one where it's D. I'm going to put a point for that. Okay, and then I'm going to do a point for E. And then I'm going to do a point for F. And we label this. So now we're looking for D, E, and F. Let's do D first. When you are finding the coordinate pairs, all right, what I always do is I go, where does D hit X? Where does D hit Y? Just keep on saying that. Oh, you guys can't see that. Let me grab a different color. Let's do that again. Where does D hit X? Where does D hit Y? And you can see that D hits X on 3. D hits Y on -3. Let's do one more like that with this G, okay? Let's put G right here where that green dot is. Get rid of that green dot, okay? So we do that again. We're down here at G. Where does, oops, I need to write G above it. Geez, Mrs. Trossel. Where does G hit X? Where does G hit Y? G hits X at 5. G hits Y at 4. Both positives, quadrant 1. Now, these axes, what I want you all to understand is that when you're doing your axis, one of these numbers is going to be 0, but which one? So let's first do the x-axis. This is E. E is on the x-axis, so it moves over 2 for the x. Remember, x comes first. It goes over 2, so you're going to put 2 there. And it doesn't go up or down. It stays right at that 0, so that is a 0. And now the y. Y, we need F. It does not move left or right. It stays right at that 0. So it's going to be 0 for x, and then it's going to be 5 for y. It goes up, but not left or right. When you have a 0, it says it's not moving, it's on an axis. All right, now I'm going to give you guys H, I. Maybe I'll even give extra credit for these. Well, no, I don't know. Yeah, sure. All right. So you're going to take a picture of this and post it so that I can give you credit. So H, I'm going to put right here. And I'm going to put right here. Okay. So I want you to work on finding, and you'll fill in, what are the ordered pairs for H and I. Remember, you're going to go do that. Where does I hit X? Where does I hit Y? Bye.